It always begins in the most quiet way. No screaming, no chaos, just distance. One moment, she's laughing at your jokes, texting you goodnight. Planning the future, and the next, there's a hollow in her eyes. A pause between her words. A subtle coldness in her tone. You don't even notice it at first. You're busy convincing yourself it's just stress or that she needs space. But something inside you knows something unspoken has died. And what's worse, she doesn't even fight for it. That's when it hits you she's already gone. Even if her body is still there, her heart has detached. Her mind has shut the door. And you're left standing in the ruins, trying to understand what you could have done differently. Sigmund Freud once said that we are not driven by what we think, but by what we repress. He believed our choices in love, in lust, even in betrayal, are all shaped by unconscious desires, many of them buried in childhood. What he discovered terrified people, especially when it came to women. Because beneath the surface of their affection, Freud found something darker. More primal, a secret conflict between what they say they want and what they actually seek. It's not money, not even security. Freud hinted at something far more unstable, the erotic power of danger, the magnetism of the forbidden, and the hidden wounds that lead women to crave chaos over comfort. So when she leaves you for a man who seems beneath her less loyal, less kind, less committed, it's not a mistake. It's a pattern. And Freud understood that pattern better than most. You treated her with respect. You were patient. You showed up, and yet she drifted. Why? Because many men fall into a dangerous trap. They try to prove their worth. They think if they love harder, sacrifice more, or stay loyal, the woman will stay. But attraction isn't about logic. It's not even about virtue. It's about emotion. Intensity, sensation. Freud believed that many women, subconsciously, don't crave the man who offers stability. They crave the man who awakens their unresolved emotions. Often, these emotions are rooted in their past, the absent father, the unavailable caregiver, the chaos of early relationships. So when you give her peace, she may say she wants it, but if she hasn't healed, she'll find it suffocating. It doesn't match her emotional blueprint. She'll sabotage it to recreate the drama that feels familiar, safe. There's always another man, but it's not always what you think. Has not better than you, has not more successful. In fact, he may not even treat her right, but he triggers something inside her. Something she can't explain. Freud called this the return of the repressed, the way people unconsciously recreate their trauma through relationships. This man has a symbol, a shadow. He gives her the feeling she associates with love, not because it's healthy, but because it's familiar. You need to hear this, it wasn't your fault. You couldn't rescue her from the demons she still dances with. That was never your role. Because the truth is, you weren't rejected, you were released. Freed from being the emotional sponge for someone who hadn't healed. Too many men take on the guilt when a woman leaves thinking, if I was stronger, more dominant, less emotional, but stop, let go of that shame. Freud taught us that most relationships are projections too. People reenacting their inner battles through each other. She saw in you what she wanted to fix, or what she wanted to possess. But when you showed stability, or kindness, or actual love, it didn't feed her unconscious need for pain. That's why it ended. Not because you lacked something, but because you didn't match the chaos she thought was love. You were never meant to chase her. The Stoic man understands when someone leaves without reason, without closure. Without loyalty, it's not a loss. It's a redirection. And more importantly, it's a revelation. You were shown what she truly valued, not consistency, but conflict. Not devotion, but domination. Let her go. Let her run to what excites her now, because in time, that thrill will burn her. And she'll remember the one man who didn't beg, who didn't break, who didn't betray himself to keep her. That's the man who haunts her. Not the one she left for, but the one who had the strength to walk away without anger, without bitterness, and without looking back. The hardest truth is this love will often wound you in the places you're trying to heal. Women, too, are at war with their own pasts. And until they confront it, they will bleed on every man who gets close. Freud never said this directly, but it's the truth beneath all his work. Attraction isn't about goodness. It's about inner wounds trying to find their mirror. But you're not a mirror. You're a flame. And from now on, you won't dim your fire just to warm someone who's addicted to cold. Let her go. Brother, she didn't leave because of you. She left because she never truly found herself. And that was never your burden to carry.